Hello there, Big Benedict here. We're playing God of War Ascension on Titan difficulty, and this is my no upgrade run plus. We're currently on chapter 11 of 30. It is entitled Delphi Catacombs. So the reason that I said that this was the most difficult trial in the last video, and I do apologize for not elucidating on that why it was. If it's not the hardest trial of the bunch, it's the most frustrating for the reason that each time you die or take a hit, as is what I was doing here, doing it no damage, you have to walk up to the receptacle again and listen to the bullshit that it speaks, and then you start the fight. The other fights for the trials have always started after you do all of that, so you reset and then you're right back at the beginning where the fight starts. It's not so with this trial, and it's not enough that it's a difficult room. It's a small room, and it's not enough that the chain grapple loves to fail and then you get hit by the next incoming attack of a goat, but of course I have to do it no damage for some reason that I don't understand, but we don't always know the reasons why we're doing things until we get a little bit more clarity later on, I suppose. However, this room is still too difficult because of the goat aggression and also the small confines, the poor visibility at times, and also you might notice that I'm giving this whole situation absolutely no mercy when I build up my rage with the Hades because of that very fact. So I'm just going to plume whore as much as I can, and you might notice that when your rage fills up with the Hades, if you land a plume or a shield plume at that moment, you get two arms that come up instead of just one, so it's a glitch, and you can get double arms coming out, and it isn't that difficult to time either. Has it happened yet? I know it happens during the course of this video. It might even happen over here somewhere. It may have already happened, but it's actually quite fun to do. And then after this we can start doing the Captain Planet glitch, because we'll have access to all of our elements and we can start doing that, and then we can start ripping this game the new asshole that it needs. But the Captain Planet glitch is overpowered, and the reason that I'm doing it on this walkthrough is because if I ever wanted to come back to this game and do Pain Plus, it would not be something that I could do, the Captain Planet glitch that is. So I have to do it here on this walkthrough, because this is a guide redux too, and it should have been in my last no upgrade run plus, but I did not heed Big V, whereas I should have. But once this room's taken care of, I would switch back to the fire. Look at that. Do you see that dog shit? Well, anyway, let's talk about Captain Planet glitch. I'm not going to speak about the enemies that are coming up here, because I know you already have familiarity with them, having gone through the game eventually, you know. But the Captain Planet glitch is just fantastic. You're going to see it in action over here, and I'm going to start right away. I'm going to switch to my fire element, and then we're going to get some shit going for ourselves over here, right over here. So this only works with the shield plume, okay? So the Captain Planet glitch, shield plume, you have to use the shield plume to get the Captain Planet glitch to work. What is the Captain Planet glitch? I will tell you. When using Rage Augmented Shield Plume, if you cycle through the elements starting at the, I believe you have to start at fire. If you cycle through the elements on the D-pad that I said in a clockwise manner, you can stack all of the elemental effects in one glorious, beautiful, colorful, powerful attack. So you can stack Ares' fire explosion, Poseidon's ice spikes, Zeus's lightning shock bolt, and Hades' arm, all on top of each other for a powerful and stunning move on these enemies. So you're going to get some really good effects from that. Now, with respect to these enemies over here, I've never agreed with the the enemy in question, the Talos, is spamming this move. I don't like them spamming that, and I don't like them as a group collectively. I don't like their collective ability to do a burst attack where you can't hit them with physical attacks. So you can hit them with magic or the elemental effects of the weapons, or with parrying, or even though you can't parry now, and you can also do the Captain Planet glitch on that too. So this was a small exercise and no damage. And as I said, you can play around with it a little bit, but I can unequivocally say that the Captain Planet glitch does not work with the regular plume. Now, what is the illusion? Captain Planet? Well, there was a TV show, a cartoon in the early 90s that was new, and it was something that I watched when I came home from school. Oh, there's the two arms right there. So the Captain Planet glitch, there's 4 effects that stack on top of each other. Well, if you watch the old show of Captain Planet, the cartoon, he had some kids doing elemental attacks with like earth, wind, water, fire, and heart, even though heart's not in this game, but that's the illusion for it. So if you want to know the full illusion for it, type in on YouTube Captain Planet show theme song, and you'll be able to see at least the theme show, and you can see the illusion in the theme song. So I think Big V discovered that, and if he's watching, he can correct me if he didn't discover it, but whoever discovered it has to have the credit, because it's just a wonderful move. I love doing it. However, it is a little overpowered, and with my experience with no upgrade run plus, I feel that having already beat it like 3 times in no upgrade run plus, I feel that it's a little cheap of me, if you will, to use it. But I think we need to just dispense with that and focus on the people who are playing and doing the walkthrough for themselves, and not really me. So don't worry too much about me having an easier time, because I may go through the game on Pain Plus. So since we can't use it on that sort of stipulation run, I have to use it somewhere. And since I didn't use it on my last no upgrade run plus, having not heated Big V like I said, I really need to do it on this where I can do it, because it needs to be seen, and I would like to be the one that shows it. And I'm not saying that I discovered it. Hell no, I didn't discover it. I didn't even know what the illusion was. However, when Big V mentioned that, the Captain Planet glitch, I did know about Captain Planet, the cartoon. I just didn't know what I had never seen the Captain Planet glitch demonstrated. So while I knew the illusion, I didn't know what he was referring to, the context of what he was referring to. So I don't think I gave him I gave myself a chance to explain that to him, but I do want to mention that now if he's listening. So why he was initially confused about somebody who had watched the show, why he didn't understand the Captain Planet glitch. Well, that's clear now, I would hope. I just mentioned it. Okay, so I'm going to skip these harpies. These harpies are garbage. And now we're going to be dealing with some wraiths. And feel free to shield discard over here, because there's another shield coming up after in a fight. So definitely get on these guys with shield pluming. I mean, shield pluming and doing the Captain Planet glitch is just wonderful. Even just getting the 2 arms is fun with the Hades arms, and it just makes this game a lot more fun. So, and a little easier, yeah, but I'm gonna try to show some restraint at times. I probably will use it a little bit on Castor, but only on sections that I know that they're quite easy and don't have much of a consequence for doing that. And some of the fights that I know that I always get damaged on, I'm going to try to do those just under pain conditions. Although I don't fully understand pain and pain plus conditions. It seems like you can scarcely walk on pain plus without violating a rule. I mean, no offense, Big V too, I mean especially him, because he developed them, if not in part then in whole. I think that the rules are a little bit too strict for this title, you know. That's just my opinion. The game is difficult to deal with since it's not made as well as the other ones, so why make the rules more more difficult too? Now, did you see what happened? There were phantoms extant at the end of that fight where I was killing the Wraith, and there were phantoms that I had left to kill, but they vanished in a way that the dogs didn't vanish when I killed the Hades Cerberus at the last video. So strange how things don't work the way you might think they would work. Now, at the beginning of the last video when I was fighting the Hades Cerberus, I mentioned that I had shaved 2 minutes off the fights from doing fire methods on him, using the fire and using the lightning. No, I had actually shaved off 3 minutes because I looked at my footage and the fight was 5 minutes before. So my fights with him when I just used fire or just used lightning, those were about 5 minutes all the time. But when I just used ice, my fights were about 2 minutes. So I shaved 3 minutes off the fight, and that just goes to show you that it's just ridiculous how broken the ice is on that fight. And I do think it is broken. I don't think it's like a weapon that they put in, you know, so people would have an easier time, like the Barbarian Hammer. I just think that it's broken. Never mind why I think that. I don't really want to get into that right now because we have other things to talk about since the video is wrapping up in a moment. But hope you're enjoying the walkthrough. Now, Castor has been a boss that I have historically not been able to no damage, both on my original no upgrade run plus asterisk run that I did in 2013, and then a year later when I did my no upgrade run plus. I'm not sure how many no upgrade run pluses I did. It's been several. I think I did at least 2 no upgrade runs. But down here we have a hard as shit, unfair bullshit gauntlet of dog shit. I'm just kidding. It's just ridiculous. A wasted opportunity. But you've all heard me talk about that. I don't want to get... Oh, do you see how the goat is glitching out on the borders of the environment? Sometimes they do that, and sometimes the Satyr Captain also does that. So, do you remember in the last video when you may have had a hard problem shield tethering the chain grappling the shield off of the one Satyr when the Captain was around? Well, look for opportunities such as that where the Captain is glitching off screen like that. It won't be too hard to get that shield that I mentioned. You also notice that I picked up the shield here. So if you use the shield for a discard move in the previous fight versus the race, you'll definitely want to pick it up here if you want to use the shield on Castor, because the rage buildup with shield plume on Castor is the most absurd that I think it ever gets in this game. It's certainly the most absurd that we've seen. Now, why do I say that? It's because when you do one shield plume on him, your rage bar goes all the way up. It's just a full rage bar fill just for one shield plume. Ordinarily, you have to do at least 2. So you definitely are going to gimp yourself if you don't bring the shield to this fight, especially if you have a hard time with Castor and don't really care about doing him no damage, don't care about the prideful aspect of playing, you know, the way I do sometimes, and which I do admit is silly sometimes. If not silly, then just outright just ridiculous. But that, as they say, is that. We have a little bit of maneuvering around here coming up. You'll definitely want to start the fight with Ares Fire, so keep Ares Fire equipped. And I'm pretty sure that when you do the Captain Planet glitch, you have to, after the shield plume, you have to start at fire and go, well, you don't have to start at fire, you just have to start at lightning and go clockwise back up to lightning, okay? Because the shield plume does the fire explosion on the ground, so you should be all good about that. But we can revisit that in time if I'm incorrect about any part of that. But I do know definitively that the regular plume or square triangle will not let you do the Captain Planet glitch. Okay, it has to be the shield plume, because the shield plume was something that was overlooked and never nerfed, and it's broken. Is it broken? I'm gonna say it's broken. It's broken. It's overpowered and it's broken. And that's the reason Captain Planet works, because Captain Planet's a glitch. Glitch on glitch is pretty much the moral of the story. So I will see you in video 12. Please take care until then.